Ever felt out of breath, sluggish, or unable to focus? You might be dealing with hypoxia. Hypoxia is a condition where your body or specific tissues don't get enough oxygen. What if you could naturally increase your oxygen intake and combat hypoxia? Yes, I'm talking about exercise with oxygen therapy, or Turbo EWOT for short. Hello, I'm Michael Grant White, founder of Optimal Breathing. In today's video, we'll dive deep into understanding hypoxia, its symptoms, and how Turbo EWOT can help. Let's get started. First, let's break down hypoxia. Hypoxia occurs when your body's tissues don't receive enough oxygen to meet their energy needs. When you breathe in, your lungs take in oxygen and transfer it to your blood. This oxygen-rich blood then delivers oxygen to your body's cells and tissues. Inside the cells, oxygen is swapped for carbon dioxide, a waste product generated during cellular activity. When you exhale, your lungs remove this carbon dioxide from your body. But what happens if your oxygen levels drop? Without enough oxygen, your blood can't carry sufficient amounts to your tissues, leaving your body struggling to meet its oxygen demands. That's where exercise with oxygen therapy, or Turbo EWOT, comes in. There are several types of hypoxia, each with unique causes. Hypoxemic hypoxia. This happens when there's a low level of oxygen in the blood. Causes include high altitudes, lung diseases like asthma or pneumonia, and shallow breathing. Anemic hypoxia. This type occurs when there's not enough hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. Conditions like anemia or blood loss can lead to this. Stagnant hypoxia, also called circulatory hypoxia. This occurs when blood flow to tissues is reduced. Causes include blood clots, stroke, or heart failure. Histotoxic hypoxia. Here, cells are unable to use oxygen even when it's available, often due to toxins like cyanide or chronic metabolic diseases. Here's the classification of hypoxia based on extent: generalized and localized hypoxia. Generalized hypoxia affects the entire body. Localized hypoxia, on the other hand, impacts only a specific part of the body, such as a limb or an organ. Next, let's take a closer look at the types of hypoxia based on the affected part of the body. Brain hypoxia, a condition where the brain doesn't receive enough oxygen, potentially leading to impaired function or damage. Corneal hypoxia, often associated with contact lens wear. It occurs when the cornea is deprived of oxygen. Intrauterine hypoxia, a condition in which a developing fetus doesn't get enough oxygen, posing risks to development. Each type requires a different approach to management, but they all share one thing in common: the body's tissues are oxygen-starved. You might have seen the terms hypoxia and hypoxemia being used interchangeably. Are they the same? Well, the answer is no. Hypoxia refers to a reduced oxygen supply to the tissues. Hypoxemia, on the other hand, is a condition where the oxygen levels in the blood are lower than normal. It's often considered a precursor to hypoxia because blood transports oxygen throughout the body. When oxygen levels in the blood decrease, it can lead to inadequate oxygen delivery to the tissues, potentially causing hypoxia. But here's the interesting part. It's possible to have hypoxia without hypoxemia, and the reverse is also true. So, how can you tell if you're experiencing hypoxia? Symptoms vary depending on severity, but here are some common signs: shortness of breath, rapid breathing, fatigue, dizziness, chest pain, and headache. Severe symptoms include cyanosis, where the skin and lips take on a bluish tint, slow heart rate, extreme restlessness, or even loss of consciousness. Hypoxia can creep up on you, especially during sleep, physical exertion, or at high altitudes. That's why understanding your oxygen levels and taking proactive steps is critical. Certain factors put you at greater risk of developing hypoxia. These include lung conditions like asthma, emphysema, or pneumonia, heart problems that impair blood flow, lifestyle factors including smoking, lack of exercise, or poor sleep quality, high altitudes, where the air contains less oxygen. The good news, many of these risk factors are manageable with lifestyle changes and therapies like Turbo EWOT. Oxygen is your body's most vital fuel. Every cell uses it to create energy, repair damage, and sustain life. When oxygen levels drop, it's like running a machine without oil. Things break down. Hypoxia can also weaken your immune system and lower your quality of life. That's where Turbo EWOT comes in. Turbo EWOT, short for exercise with oxygen therapy, is a powerful method where you breathe concentrated oxygen while engaging in light to moderate exercise. This dual action therapy is like a turbo boost for your body's oxygen supply. But how does it work? Let's break it down. Now, you know, hypoxia happens when your body doesn't get enough oxygen. But you might wonder, what makes Turbo EWOT effective against hypoxia? The answer is simple. When your body has more oxygen, hyperoxia, it becomes better equipped to combat hypoxia. Turbo EWOT increases oxygen levels in your body, helping to eliminate hypoxia and restore a healthy oxygen balance. Here's how Turbo EWOT can help. Turbo EWOT boosts oxygen levels. When you do exercise with Turbo EWOT, you breathe oxygen-rich air. This means more oxygen gets to your lungs, blood, and cells. Turbo EWOT supports your immune system. More oxygen means better blood circulation, helping your immune cells move faster and fight infections more effectively. This is especially helpful for people with breathing issues or conditions that cause low oxygen, like sleep apnea. Over time, your body's oxygen utilization improves even when you're not using Turbo EWOT. Starting Turbo EWOT is simple. All you need is the Turbo EWOT system and the exercise equipment of your choice. Consult your healthcare practitioner before starting any exercise program, including Turbo EWOT, especially if you have underlying medical conditions or history of hypoxia. Start with 10-12 minutes of low-intensity exercise, like walking or cycling. As you become more comfortable with the higher oxygen levels, you can gradually increase the intensity and duration of your sessions, depending on your fitness level and goals. Remember to stay hydrated, do proper warm-up and cool-down sessions, and pay attention to your body's signals. Don't let hypoxia hold you back. With Turbo EWOT, you can boost your energy, performance, and quality of life, all by harnessing the power of oxygen. Want to know more about Turbo EWOT or place your order? Visit optimalbreathing.com or reach us at hello@optimalbreathing.com or 704-597-6775. Thank you.